Coming on tonight, you and I, in addition to having known each other for close to 20 years, will be forever linked by the fact that we were sitting side by side the night President Obama was elected in the studios across the hall here in New York. My question to you is, with that night perhaps in the rearview mirror, what do you think is happening to your country?
First of all, that was a great night of my life, one of the career highlights, Brian. I'm honored to have sat with you that night, and thank you for the invitation then, and thank you for the invitation tonight. To your question, though, if that was the high point in this country's march toward freedom and equality and justice, then this moment clearly represents the low point. But let me detour just a bit if I can. As I've listened to the conversations on all the networks and read all the papers over the last 24 hours, I'm getting sicker and sicker to my stomach. I'm not just sick about the vile comments that Mr. Trump made over the weekend on that videotape that came out from 2005 or all the other sick comments he's made in this campaign. I'm not just sickened by his vile comments. I'm sickened by a media that was complicit in helping to make Donald Trump. Almost universally, we were complicit, and now nearly universally, we want to condemn him. I'm not buying this nonsense of now our condemning him. We helped make this guy, and now we want to condemn him. The media doesn't build you up and tear you down. The media builds you up to tear you down, and we are guilty of this, and we can't just point the finger at Donald Trump. Billy Bush, pardon my English, ain't the only one who ought to be in trouble for enabling Donald Trump. So I'm sick of Trump. I'm sick of the media, our profession, quite frankly, Brian. I say that with no pride, but I'm sick of us. I'm sickened by the fact that this is not just bad for the Republican Party, but it's also bad for we progressives. It's hard to push Hillary to be more progressive when she's running against a guy who's running a campaign of the absurd. And speaking of those Republicans, I'm not buying this nonsense that they now oppose Donald Trump because of, again, his vile rhetoric. They're concerned about their seats. It's always about people trying to save their own hide. They don't care about Donald Trump. They care about their seats. They helped make this guy. This party helped create this guy. And now that he's now dragging them down, they want to abandon him. This is the same Donald Trump today that existed in 2005. They didn't know that. They didn't vet this guy. They got behind him. They supported him. They endorsed him. They made him their candidate. And now they want to run for him because they are in trouble. There's a lot tonight to make us sick. I repeat once again, Billy Bush, I don't condone what he did, but he's not the only one who ought to be in trouble tonight and being held accountable for enabling Donald Trump.
Tavis, do you think the coverage should change? Should it still be kind of a comparison, apples to apples? The Clinton campaign covered the same way the Trump campaign is?
We're doing the same thing now, Brian, we always do. We cover the horse race. Donald Trump has been good for ratings. He's been good for subscriptions. And we, once again, fell for the banana in the tailpipe. Check your Beverly Hills Cop references. We fell for the banana in the tailpipe, and once again, we are covering the horse race. It's not about changing now. Again, courage isn't doing the right thing when you poll test and see that the rest of the country is now sick of Donald Trump. That's our job from the very beginning. And from the very beginning, along with the Republican Party, we helped create this guy. And quite frankly, it's just sick it makes me sick to my stomach to watch now how we all want to get out front and condemn Donald Trump as if we had nothing to do with having to create this monster in the first place.
Biggest challenge I can give you in 30 seconds, what happens after this election is over?
We go, sadly, my sense, Brian, is that we'll return to business as usual. We beat our chest about doing the right thing to condemn him, about moving America in the right direction. And sadly, as is so often the case, on race, on politics, on sexism, on patriarchy, we return as a nation to business as usual. America we've grown older, but we've not grown wiser. We've grown older, but we haven't grown up. Finally, this election again is about what kind of country we're going to be, what kind of nation we're going to be, who are we really as a people. We got to turn inward and ask some very tough questions.
Tavis Smiley, who on PBS has carved out a home for sane conversation. Tavis, always good to see you. We'll have you back. Sorry, we're short on time. Thank you very much.
Thanks, my friend.
When we come out.